7, 8, 9 left, like clockwork. They're falling for the man from Indonesia. He's been rock solid the early part of this match. Long way to go yet, and you know, Alex is mercurial if nothing else. He can come out and pot shots. We have seen him do that, particularly the last couple of years. 2004, of course, being his groundbreaking year.
Yes, he won the World Championship in great style, defeating Pei Wei Chang in the final. I was there, and it was wonderful to see.
It was a hot favorite last summer as well, if I remember right. He was very confident going into that tournament, and what a shocker when he went out. And I can't remember right off the top of my head. I know you can't.
Vilmos Foldis.
There we go, Foldis.
Hungary. And meanwhile, back to regular programming. Ibrahim has come up with a pretty lower class shot here on the 8, off the 8 to the 9. He's given himself way too much angle and put the scratch into play, perhaps also off this into the side pocket. So he's got to bear down and take this baby home for the 5-1 lead.
He does just that. So the man from Indonesia, comfortable control of this match thus far. And you know, it's been a long time since we've even seen Alex on the table. However, he will get a chance to break now, just in time so we can remember what he looks like, because it's been that long. So a race to 9. Ibrahim in firm control of this one, ladies and gentlemen. 5-1 here in Ho Chi Minh City.
Alex is about 6'5", 6'4"?
Yeah, tall guy.
And look at the big crowds. You know, pool is really picking up around here in Asia. I would say it's more popular in Asia than it is in the U.S.
Oh, absolutely. You know, you look at the top 20. And we were having a little discussion before the proceedings here, Bob, about how, you know, the world rankings really do not tell the whole story as far as how these players from Asia have come along. And specifically this Chinese Taipei and the Philippines have been leading the way. Also Japan and Korea. But all over Asia, the sport is picking up steam.
Yes, and losing steam is Alex Pagulayan, because he's come up with another very, very ineffective dry break. That, you know, this is the worst kind of dry break that a player wants. You know, you don't get anything down, but you've broken so well that the balls are in perfect shape for your opponent. I mean, this is like a practice rack here for Ibrahim.
I mean, but, you know, a great break. He just couldn't get anything to fall for him, and that's been the story pretty much of probably not only this match, but I suspect his last match as well when he went down. Was it 9-2?
Yeah, 9-8.
9-8.
9-8. He was in the balls in the last rack and just stumbled on the 8 ball. So
sometimes happens when you have such a gut-wrenching loss such as this. It can carry over to the next match, especially when you know that you are eliminated. So really nothing to play for but pride, which, you know, Alex no doubt has plenty of. But he's up against it this particular match against this man. Steely nerves Ibrahim has exhibited in this match.
Yeah, he's played beautifully. He's only made one unforced error, and he's taken full advantage of the opportunities presented to him. But here, he's got to come up with something here. Take the 3 off the reverse angle into that top right, and then ideally he will want to stun the white. He'll have to hit it with some pace, past the 8, back towards the center of the table, over where that orange 5 is. So this is a missable shot because of what he has to do with the white.
Certainly taking his time with it. Gets a little bit of cushion, and then you call that, Bob. There it goes in.
Yeah, I really didn't like the choice that he played, because he was trying to take it into the short side of the 4 ball. And perhaps a more experienced player would have tried to stun this one off that side cushion into the middle of the table. He brought the scratch into play. He had a small landing area, and he is paid heavily for that. But maybe there wasn't enough angle there for the stun, and he felt that that was the shot. But either way, it's handed the table over to Alex.
which is a dangerous thing to do because the world champion, this could be the spark to get him back in the match. Fans certainly hope so. So far tonight we have been treated to a rather lopsided 2 televised games. If you just joined us, Efren Reyes making short work of his tie opponent. 9-0. This one already 5-1. The former world champion on the short end of the stick here, but looks like the lay of the table, he's about to inch a little bit closer. 5-2. Shot certainly there for the taking.
Nice shot there by Alex, putting all sorts of inside right English there to keep that white in the center of the pitch. And he just go back and forth, you would think, for the 9.
Rattles that one home. Easy pickup here to cut the lead to 5-2. And Alex does just that. So back into the match he comes off of a mistake on the scratch by Ibrahim, who looked like he was in firm control of this match until then. So not over yet. Hold the phone. And we'll hold the phone and go sell some products and come right back. 2006 San Miguel Asian 9-Ball Tour, brought to you by Star. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As we look at the stats, there are 24 players, 8 groups of 3 in this race to 9. And the man right there is well, was in a commanding lead before that last break when he made a mistake. Potted the cue ball. And the group winner advances to the quarterfinals. Race to 9. This race to 9 here is 5-2 in favor of this gentleman here, Mr. Ibrahim. Good looking break. Now let's see what he can get to go. Well, the 1 goes down and pretty good shape there. Nice spread on the balls.
Quite fortunate to make the 1 into the top right corner pocket. Let loose of the cue ball a little bit here on this shot, but he's fortunate that he has a shot on the 2. But it's a long one. And there's lots of work to get back on the red 3.
Yes, there is. The pocket that he would like to put it in was partially blocked as well. Not an easy shot here, Bob. Nice slice, and he duffs it. So Alex, door open twice in 2 successive racks for him.
Always going to be tough, but that 2 ball hitting the rail very early. I mean, these pockets, the profile of these pockets of these Brunswick Metro table pockets are pretty forgiving, but they're not that forgiving. Alex a chance now to cut that deficit all the way down to 2. It appears that this red 3 will pass the green 6 into that top pocket.
Great angle there. See just how much room he does have. Nice lag back for the 4, and the table looks pretty good right now for Alex. Perhaps the 7 at the bottom of your screen. Gives some problems later on. Perfect positioning, I mean, for everything else. 5, 6. Get the kiss off. Nice positioning. Now, let's be careful with this shot.
So sure about the angle there. I think there was perhaps a little bit too much bottom on that shot.
Definitely slide it in, but as you were saying, Bob, what sort of shape will he leave himself for the 9?
That shot could have been easier, but still doesn't matter. Oh, he doesn't want to be straight here.
Oh, nice lead. Okay, so this for 5-4. Pagulayan gets that 5-3, and he draws to within 2. The Lion slowly waking up. Remember, he began by winning the first rack, but then lost 5 successive racks. Now climbing his way, inching his way back into this match. He trails Ibrahim still 5-3 in this race to 9. Ibrahim will have the advantage of the break in the 9th rack. We continue and look at some of the fans here in Ho Chi Minh City. On a blistering Friday night in Vietnam. Streets outside are alive with action, and we've got action inside the sports hall here too.
Yeah, we've got a great match coming up also. Wu Chia-Ching against Long Chi-Dong of Vietnam, and that's a very interesting group because that could be a group of death. If Long Chi-Dong wins, all players will be 1 win, 1 loss. So it's going to go down to the tiebreaker. So Wu Chia-Ching, reigning world 9-ball and 8-ball champion, I understand from some of the message boards of pool that he's lost 20 kilograms. Wow, I'd like to see that. So leaner, meaner Wu Chia-Ching coming up perhaps?
Well, he didn't do it playing pool, I'll tell you that.
Meanwhile, back to the game at hand. Alex Pagulayan with a solid break. He's got a shot on the 1.
And we apologize for the pitcher breakup again. Conditions what they are. Mistakenly said that Ibrahim would be breaking the 9th rack. In fact, it was Alex.
Ibrahim really had a chance to pound Alex here. He was up 5-1 and on the table, but an untimely scratch on the 3 has really done him harm. Alex can pull to within 1. Well, this match was looking for, like, it was going to be a rout for a while, but that's not the case anymore.
Yeah, I mean, when you're playing a former world champion, the one thing you cannot afford to do is open the door, and he did it in 2 successive racks, and here you are. The table looking really, really good for Alex at the moment to pull within 5-4. You know, the impetus might, at the beginning of the match, you could sort of see the slump on the shoulders of Pagulayan, but, you know, he has since woken up, and he's playing with a lot of fire and determination now, and he's potting these shots. Again, you want to leave an impression for next time. And by the way, our next leg will be in Bangkok, Thailand. Both Bob and I will be joining you there. That is June 2nd in the beautiful city of Bangkok. There you go, 5-4 it is after 9 racks. So after stumbling early and going down 5-1, Alex has rebounded quite nicely indeed. To the point where he finds himself trailing only by 1. Ibrahim will be breaking when we come back, and break number 10 in this race to 9. The 2000 San Miguel Asian 9-ball tour will continue. At the bottom of your table, and not too plussed with that, so Alex will get another shot. Check this out again, Bob. What happened here?
Yeah, it was a cut break. He really didn't hit the 1-ball square. That's what you usually try to do on a break. It was like more of a glancing blow more than anything else, and this is the result. It's a dry break and a shot here for Alex, but it's a very, very strange layout of balls. You've got a family reunion there on the bottom of your screen, 3, 6, and 7 of getting together. So let's see what Alex can come up here. come up with here. Is he going to go for the 3-ball combination? Could be on. This is going to be fun if he can take this one down.
You bet. That's exactly what he's going to do.
They seem to line up pretty well. He's got it. Can he take the 3 down?
The problem is the 3 right here. I don't know. Let's see what he can.
Yeah, I think. Well, now he's looking to play the carom. White off the 3 onto the 6 because I don't think the 3 passes.
So going to the bridge for the first time. In fact, none of the players we have seen so far have gone for the bridge. This will be the first time.
No, he's not going for the carom. He may try to cut this in. Yeah, it goes in quite comfortably.
Excellent decision making by Alex that time, huh?
Yeah, especially since it would have been very hard to control the 3 if he went for the carom. But his troubles are not over. He is on the wrong side just a bit on this 4 as we see this beautiful thin cut using the rest. I think he really played it for this 3 to hit the rail. He played it at the perfect speed. Any bit harder, it wouldn't have gone in. Alex, if he's got enough angle, he may take this 4 lower right and then spin around the 9 back up the table to take the 5 in the same pocket. If he's got enough angle. I think he's kind of in between angles here. I believe he seems to have called for an extension. We've got a 45-second shot clock. And
that's a $50 fine.
Yeah.
Every time you. Oh my goodness. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Now that's a Chuck Schreiner shot. I make those shots all the time. Not by design either. He'll take it. A little bit too hard.
Yeah. He really didn't get into that ball the way he wanted it to.
Okay, let's see what consequences this has on the remainder of the table. So he's going to have to do this out of design. And there's your result right there. So not something that he planned for, but let's see if he's got some coverage on that 9 ball. I don't think he does.
It's close, but a real substandard stroke there by Alex. He jumped up on that ball, was moving, didn't really stroke it smoothly. And Ibrahim really unlucky that he doesn't have an easier shot on this 5. I don't even know if he can even hit it directly.
Well, Alex has been, you know, he jumped out of his chair in this particular rack, and every shot has been of the glitzy sort of variety. I mean, we saw him overhit that 4 ball way too hard, and luckily he got it to go down for him the opposite side of the table. But as a result of that is he had to go out of his game plan. And as you said, Bob, with that substandard shot just then. So yes, it looks like he can see it. Ibrahim. 5 will go, but not at that pace. So the worm will turn.
Alex has pretty much used up all of his good luck here because that was an overcut there.
Well, he's looking at a possible scratch here. You can see that's the reason why he's checking out that angle. The shot, if the pocket wasn't there, would be in that top left-hand corner. That virtual certainty for that cue ball to rest in that top right-hand pocket. Unless he can pull something magical out here.
Is he trying to cut this or blank
Looks like
this?
he's trying to cut it.
He's playing it left-handed too.
Let's see.
He's just playing safe.
Well, not a bad shot at all. In fact, a very good quality shot for safety. Chuck Schreiner, Bob Guerrero, and the sizzling hot Windu Sports Hall here in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. First leg of the Asian 9-ball tour, brought to you by San Miguel, broadcast to you by Star Sports. First day qualifying action.
And I don't know about you, Chuck, but I am excited to be here, and I think we're going to see a great weekend of great pool. Let's see, going for the 3-rail kick here, the 3-rail escape. No, makes it a 2-rail escape.
valiant attempt.
He's not going to be happy with this result, though.
He's not. He's opened the door again for Alex. And to be honest, I don't think Alex deserves this. He's played very blasé throughout this rack. But, you know, he'll take advantage of the mistakes just like anybody else. So let's see if he can put this to sleep. He certainly had his opportunities. And it looks pretty well lined up for him now. So, with any luck at all, Alex Pagulayan ought to be level at 5-5. And very promising start to the match for Ibrahim, but he's just not made the shots these last few racks when he's needed to really salt it away. As we've said so many times before, you cannot afford to do this, especially against somebody who's an ex-world champion. They can make a lot of these shots in their sleep. So tied up after 10 racks. Alex will count his blessings. A very error-prone break that one was. Look at the score there, a race to 9. First day action, as we said, this is the qualifying groups. And by the way, both these players, in fact, this will be the only time you get a chance to see Alex because he lost his first match. So did Ibrahim.
And the other player in the group won both of his matches. So the other player in the group being Nguyen Phuc Long, the hometown player there for Vietnam. Alex playing now for pride, but it's down to a virtual race to 4. And I like his chances because he's got all the momentum at the moment. Oh, and the 9 ball. Where's the 9 ball heading?
Oh, for a minute there.
For a moment there, that 9 ball has been moving quite a bit. That would indicate that the rack isn't as tight as it could be. But look at the 9 ball. Track straight for that corner pocket.
Yeah. We have yet to see that. We saw it at the World several occasions. So these Chinese Taipei players that just really blister the breaks. One of them we will be seeing in our next featured match, who happens to be the world champion, Wu Jie-Ching. 17-year-old now. He's not 16 anymore. He's 17. He's a grizzled veteran.
KG, denizen, all the battlefields, whatever cliches you can come up with. And not surprisingly, Alex is going to go for the 6-9 combination for his 5th consecutive rack.
Does just that. 9 ball going in, off of the 6th, and he, for the first time in this match since way back, since the first rack, takes a 1-rack lead. He leads 6-5. So quite a comeback by Alex. He's had his share of problems throughout this match, but the visible man right now is Ibrahim. Well, let's see if he can bring it back together in the 12th rack. We'll be right back in a minute. Don't go away. We're going to play this one out. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow, the action you can expect to see here from Ho Chi Minh City. The quarterfinals, that'll be live, starting at 12 o'clock Hong Kong time. Second day of the San Miguel Asian 9-ball tour from Ho Chi Minh City, and right now we are on the 12th rack. Ibrahim to break. He trails. He led at one time 5-1. He now trails 6-5. And it's sort of been, as we said before, the invisible man the last few racks. Made a couple crucial mistakes to let Alex back into this match.
But he's come up with the best break so far. Makes the 1 into the side, makes the 6 also. Beautiful control on the 2, but is he rewarded with a shot on the 2? It's very close. Look at the white ball here as it stays in the middle of the table. Just textbook work there. And the 1 goes straight down. And again, Chuck, that 9 ball.
Very close to going, huh?
Getting mighty restless after that break.
Or tired. Again, the idea of these players, they always like to And the cue ball on the break as close to the middle of the table as possible, and a good spread on the balls, and going for the win right here. No, you know, not a good shot at all, was it? Wow.
Did not.
It looked like he hit it a little bit too hard, and
yeah, and not really not a good choice. I would have played that as a kick shot off the left side cushion, then into the two. If he was gonna try that, but yeah, he just hit it too full because he had no choice because of the blocking ball, and now he's really in a pickle. And this game, he was looking, you know, thinking perhaps, wow, I'm going to get myself a nice little scalp here against the former world champion, and now it's all gone to pieces.
Well, you can see his target ball, the red, impossible angle for him, and let's see if he can even get a touch on it. He cannot. So Alex will take the ball in hand and be in firm control of this rack with a chance to go up 7-5 in this race to 9. You're right, Bob. Just this, you know, he's just, as you said, fallen to pieces. The latter stages of this this match. Helped along at the beginning, I think, by some lackadaisical play by Alex, but you know, he's rallied himself, and that's what good players do.
Yes, and we've seen 5 unforced errors already by Ibrahim, according to my record. So Ibrahim has done his share to allow Pagulayan to claw his way back. Now, does the 7 pass into that side, into that corner pocket? If not, is Alex going to try something fancy here? No, I think it does just about slip in.
Yes, it does. And barring some sort of a miracle, Alex will be up 7-5 here. Go. Just like that. Another glaring mistake by Ibrahim, paving the way for Alex Pagulayan to inch closer to victory here in his second match of the night. Here in Ho Chi Minh City, San Miguel 9-ball Asian Tour continues. Race to 9. There is your score. Don't go away after this, folks. We have a great one on tap. You get to see the young world champion ply his trade in our third match, immediately following this at the Wu Chia-Ching.
Yeah, and I don't know if you're aware of this, but Wu Chia-Ching won the world 9-ball title last year, and then in Fujairah, later on in the year, he went and won the world 8-ball championship as well. So he's a double world champion at the age of 16. And what is going on here? It looks like Alex has...
So could this be the beginning of the comeback? We have a seesaw match going back and forth, and the Indonesian keeps it close. All right, we'll come back for rack number 14 in just a moment. There's your score. 2006 San Miguel Asian 9-ball tour from Ho Chi Minh City will continue here on Star. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. There is your calendar for San Miguel Asian 9-ball tour. And June 2nd through 4th will be in Bangkok. 4th through 6th of August, Kaohsiung, that's in China. 15th, 17th September in Jakarta. This man undoubtedly will be there. Ibrahim, who trails by 1 break, and has the honor of the break here in game number 14. The inaugural event of the San Miguel Tour here. Beautiful Ho Chi Minh, beautiful and historic, I might add, Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam.
Really, it's been a day of horror, really, for Alex Pagulayan. An opening hill loss, and now this a no-bearing game against Indonesia's Ibrahim, who's come up with a pretty good break here. 2-ball deposited. He's got something on the 1. And if he can make this 1 and get position onto the 3, we could have an abbreviated rack here.
Well, we've seen the momentum change 3 or 4 times in this match, Bob, and seems to be swinging, the pendulum swinging again towards Ibrahim.
Oh.
Well, that was sick, wasn't it?
That was a good shot, though. He put a lot of right-hand spin on it to wrench that white over, and now this could put him right back into the thick of things.
Yeah. Looking for the combination here. So he's going to try. He's going to try and end it right here. 3 off of the 9, and yes. So we're tied up. Ibrahim going the short route, potting the 9 off the combination off the 3. So we are tied at 7.
And it's great to see this because he really, you know, he started out well and he struggled, but now he's fighting back. Came up with a nice shot on the 1 and a good combination. And it's nice that these two players who are just playing for pride are coming up with these TV-friendly shots like this 3-9 combination.
There it is again, your second chance to check it out. Harder than it looks, I assure you. But Alex does not want to fall behind 8-7. Very good-natured so far. He lost a heartbreaker, 9-8 in his first match. It's long.
Oh, the 9-ball.
There it is on the right-hand side.
Instead, it's the white ball that goes
The white ball that goes in.
And that break cue has not done him any favors. Let's see if this white gets kicked in or if it goes in by its own volition. If it gets kicked in, it's a bad piece of luck. If it goes in by itself, oh wow, it really got kicked in there. That is just a vicious piece of luck.
And a hurricane-like break by Alex. I mean, he put everything into it.
And remember, Alex had a fluke in rack number 10. And I think the gods have just paid him back for that one.
Okay, so let's see if Ibrahim can step through the door here. Really?
And this is this
very
game.
Good position.
Yeah, and really good position, Chuck. It's pretty straightforward from here. And this has been a seesaw game here. We had Ibrahim winning 5 of the first 6 racks, and Alex winning 6 of the next ones, and now Ibrahim is gonna win his 3rd in a row. So you look at this, it's almost like a winner's break kind of rack, you know? A winner's break kind of match. Very unusual for alternate break to see this kind of pattern.
Nobody putting the hammer down and establishing themselves. We've had a plethora of errors by both of these players. Not the most tidy sort of match that you'd want to see, but it is exciting. Ibrahim. Unless he shuts his eyes. Ought to be through. Be the first on the hill. Go up 8-7. 1 rack away from victory and sending home Alex Pagulayan, former world champion in 2004. Sending him home winless. So we'll see if that occurs. Strange things happening in this particular match. Nothing strange about this tournament, though, and we'll have quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals for you as we progress. one rack away from victory over the former world champion, Alex Pagulayan. He's raced to 9, and he will break. And the pattern has been the person who breaks usually does not win the rack. Strange enough, as Bob Guerrero was saying. So we'll see if he can break tradition here in this match. Second of our 3 television matches tonight, Star Sports. Nice looking rack there. Look at the position of cue ball.
And a miserable start to Alex Pagulayan's day may be coming to an even more sorry end, because Ibrahim has come up with a perfect break. That's not just a good break, that's a perfect break. Parks the white in the center. He's got a shot on the 1. Or does he? I'm not sure if he can make this into the corner. Or can he cut this into the side without scratching?
Without scratching, that's the question. He's at 2 minds with it as well, so we'll go back to the chalk and check it out further. Doesn't want to overhit this.
No, he underhit it.
Oh my goodness. You know, after such a great break, the break of the tournament that we've seen thus far, and then he wimps the shot. Check it out.
It's in this situation where he can scratch it into the corner if he's not careful. If he tries to play it into the side, if he tries to play it into the corner, he could scratch it into the side. It's kind of a ticklish shot. And now, just like that, Alex has...
Sure, he inherits the whole. He inherits the whole table. Not really a difficult shot on the table if he plays his cards right.
Oh boy, Alex, a little bit straight. A little bit straight. He's got to dig deep and draw this ball back. That is a beautiful draw shot there. That is so hard to do when you're stretching out like that, believe me.
So great positioning from here on out for Alex, and if something untoward happens to him, he ought to be looking at 8-8, and we'll be setting up in this battle for the win here.
Boy, he's straighter here than he wants to be. This rack is not yet over. And Alex playing up to the crowd. And this to go hill, and he will be breaking too.
Well, that hasn't been much of an advantage in this match, as you said, but that's what's going to happen. So 8-8 it is. Alex, the recipient of a squandered opportunity by Ibrahim, and we'll have the finale. Last break coming up. 8-8. It's the man from the Philippines going against the man from Indonesia here in Ho Chi Minh City. 2006 San Miguel Asian 9-ball tour, the inaugural event here in Ho Chi Minh City.
Just a reminder.
Alex, it seems like, wants a little bit more time.
Just a reminder that we have a new format this year. There's a group stage here in this first round. 8 groups of 3 players, and that's why this is actually a no-bearing game, because the other gentleman in this group,
Long,
Nguyen Phuc Long, is already advanced with 2 wins.
So the home crowd boy making victories today, getting victories today over Alex. There's the cue ball. There it is on the left-hand side. So it's a ball to go down, but. The question is, where now?
Well, It seems to be a makeable rack, but it's not going to be all that straightforward. Look at this 9. Once again, tracked towards that corner pocket. The interesting cluster on this is the 3 and the 8. They kind of gelled together after this shot, and Alex has to figure out what to do now. Once he can solve that 3 and 8, he's in open water.
Yeah, well, he tried to draw it back, but it doesn't appear that he's got enough on it. Unless he's looking combination, which I doubt.
I think he could be. It's makeable. He's got to watch the position under the 3 afterwards, though. That's where his experience has to come in.
Well, the way he's been playing this match, I wouldn't be surprised. He just lets it fly. He's been taking his chances from the outset, and he gets it in pretty good shape for the 3 as well.
After the 3-6, after the 3-8 combination, now it appears he's going to have to try the 3-7. And again, he has to be careful. Well, I think maybe he can make the 3 directly.
He can squeeze it. Rattles it home. A couple of dire seconds there.
Well, Alex is going to win this match, but I think Ibrahim really showed us some good stuff, and I think we're going to see more of him in the future.
Yeah, I do too. I think he had his moments, and particularly in that the last game. I mean, I thought he had it cinched after that break, but he squandered the break by missing a little cut shot on the side, and that has been the difference now. Let's see what Alex can do.
Boy, these shots where the ball is right up in the jaws, they are deceptively hard. I mean,
they are.
You know it, don't you? It's sometimes hard to control the speed rather. But I can't imagine Alex messing up from here, and he will not. He goes down fighting. The former world champion finishes this tournament with a 1-1 slate.
Well, if they did the groupings a little bit different, let's say they did, and I know it's impossible to do 24 players, say if you did 6 groups of 4, but then you get into permutations that are just a little bit more difficult than the organizers wanted to deal with. It's cut and dry with 8 groups of 3. The winner goes through. On any given day, any player can win, and I'm sure the players respect that format. And realistically, it does give your players, long a chance to, on any given day, they can beat the world champion. So Pagulayan goes out. Ibrahim can hold his head up. A 9-8 win for Alex, the 2004 9-ball world champion. So he can party tonight.
And he will party tonight, believe me.
No doubt about that. I didn't want to be the one to say that. Heck, I wouldn't mind going with him. So here we go, 9-8. So the 2006 San Miguel Asian 9-ball tour brought to you by Star Sports. Some autograph seekers there. Chuck Schreiner along with Bob Guerrero, and stay tuned. We will have a 3rd match for you, and you don't want to miss that one. It'll be the world champion Wu Chi-Chun plying his trade. We'll see you later.